Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through IGCSE Mathematics, Paper 4 Extended 058042 Feb March 2021. Let us move to question number 1. Before starting the question, I just want to mention that marking scheme of this paper is not yet available. So if I'll try my maximum to be accurate. If there is some thing to amend, I will put in comment section, so please check for the rectifications in comment section. Question number 1. The painter is charging this much. These are the rates charged by a painter, plumber and electrician who do some work for Mr. Sharma. The painter works for 7 hours. Calculate the amount Mr. Sharma pays to the painter. So for 7 hours, for 1 hour it will be $35. So for 7 hours it will be 35 multiplied by 7, which is equal to $245. So $245 will be answer, which we will write over here. This is straightforward 1 mark question. Then second part, B part, Mr. Sharma pays the plumber $252. Calculate how many hours the plumber works. Now plumber's detail of charges is this. Fixed charge is $40 and plus charging $26.50 per hour. So accordingly, 252 dollars from $252 we'll subtract $40 so that we can calculate the amount which is paid per hour. So 252 minus 40 will be equal to 212. So dollars 212 were paid for hourly charges, and hourly charges are 26.50. So we will divide 212 by 26.50 and we will get the answer. So this is divided by 26.50 and this is equal to 8 hours. So 8 hours will be our final answer. This is 2 mark question. Now C part, Mr. Sharma pays the electrician $224. Calculate how many hours the electrician works. So for electrician, this is the detail, 48 dollars per hour for the first 2 hours, then 32 dollars per hour. So we will be subtracting for 2 hours from $224. We will subtract 48 for first hour and 48 for second hour, and the remaining amount will be charged at a different rate. So 224 minus 48 plus 48, and this will be giving us $128. So $128 were charged at the rate of $32 per hour. So 128 will be divided by $32 and this will be equal to, divided by 32 is equal to 4 hours. So 4 hours is this much and 1 hour 48 and 48. So 4 total will be 4 hours plus 2 hours will be equal to 6 hours will be our answer. We can provide over here 6 hours. Then they are saying write down the ratio of the amount Mr. Sharma pays to the painter, the plumber and the electrician. Give your answer in its lowest term. So now amount paid to painter, so we can write here painter, then ratio it will be plumber, and third one is electrician, so I will right here electrician. So the amounts paid are how much? This is 245. Then next amount is how much? So 245 is for this one, 245, and plumber is paid 255, and electrician is paid 224. So we will write here 252 and this will be 224, and these are the ratios which we'll have to simplify. And we can simplify, like for example, 220, we'll have to check for which table it is divisible. 245 divided by 30, it will be divisible by 7. So 245 divided by 7 is equal to 35. So we can divide everything by 7. So this will be 35, and this one, if we divide 252 by 7, and this will be equal to 36. So this will be 36, and the last one, 224 is divided by 7, and this is equal to 32. So our ratio will be painter, plumber, and electrician. So you will have to write in respective order. So this will be our final answer for this part. Now we can move to question number 2, which is transformation question, and this diagram is provided. And first part A is describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. So A onto B, for A onto B we will be checking. A onto B will be what? We can draw from here. Um, so if we check from this point, if we draw line, for example, I'm trying to show this line. So this one, and similarly from here we can show this one. We can use different methods. We can use tracing paper, we can use compass, or whatever you like. So but you can figure out this is 90 degree and it is anti-clockwise. So we can and the center of rotation is -3 and 2. So our answer will be giving all three details. And number 1 we will write here, this is rotation anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, and this is 90 degree, and center of rotation will be what? -3 and 2 will be center of rotation, and this is 3-mark question. So you have to provide three things: rotation and anti-clockwise and 90 degree, and -3 and 2, which is center of rotation. Now second part, they are saying triangle A onto triangle C. So triangle A onto C, we will be checking for A onto C. So I will remove this one and redraw for this part. So A onto C will be what? A onto C we will be joining. For example, we can join this part, this vertex with this one, and we will join the second vertex also, and this is the second vertex which we have joined. And we can figure out, we are getting this point of intersection. Even we can join the third also, third vertex also will be joining at the same location. So I will try to draw the third line also. This will be our third line, and if I join to this side as well, so it is also passing through this point. So we have seen that it is center of, this is basically enlargement, and center of enlargement is -2 and -1. -2 and -1, this is center of enlargement. And what else we can write? This is A onto C. So if we check, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 units, and this is 2 units. So it will be by scale factor, 1 by 2, it will be reflection about, basically it will be reflection, uh, ab it will be not reflection, it will be basically enlargement by scale factor minus 1 by 2. So we can write this one as enlargement. I will change the color, so it is enlargement by scale factor about minus 2 and about minus 2 and minus 1, and it is by scale factor minus 1 by 2. Minus, why we have taken minus? Because it is on the other side of the center of enlargement, and plus it is reducing to half. So even if you check this side, for example, this side from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 units, and if you check this side is 1 2 3 4 units, so this is exactly half and minus 1 by 2. Now draw the image. B part. B part is draw the image of triangle A after a translation by vector minus 5 and minus 10. So A we have to translate by vector minus 5 and minus 10. So minus 5 mean it will be to this direction, and minus 10 will be down. So we can check for this mark. So this will be minus 5. So minus 5 is x value, minus 5 and minus 10. So minus 5 and minus 10, this is the translation vector. So minus 5 units to the left, so this point will be 1 2 3 4 5 units, and from here minus 10 units down. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 units, so it will reach over here. So our this point is translated over here, and similarly we can check for this one, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 units. So we'll move 8 units down, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 units, this one. And then next will be 4 units this side, so 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4 units, and our new triangle, which we will be a translated triangle, I'll draw over here. This will be our translated triangle for this one by the vector, which is minus 5 and 10. So this will be the translated triangle. Hopefully you understood this part. We are done with this. Then C part, they're saying draw the image of triangle A after a reflection in the line y is equal to 4. So triangle A we have to reflect by y is equal to 4. So y is equal to 4 is which line? Y is equal to 4, we can draw y is equal to 4 is this line. So it will be reflected about this, and we will mark. So one point will be this one and this one, and 8 units down. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 units. So it will be this mark, and we can join the points for the reflected triangle. Hopefully you are understanding each and everything. This is straightforward question, so I'm trying to explain each and everything so that you should not be confused. And this is done, and this is basically done. Question number 3a part. 3a part is drawing provided which is not to scale, and what we have to do, we have to find this a b and c angles. We have to find. The diagram shows two lines intersecting two parallel lines, so find the values of a b c. So what we will do, how we can reach to these angles, number one thing we can figure out, um, like for example, A is opposite angle. A is opposite to this one, so A will be 126. So this angle is 126, which we can easily figure out, and no need of any working because it's a 1 mark question. 3 marks for 3 points, so 1 mark for this. And now we can write this one. This angle is 126 and the remaining angle will be how much? This remaining angle will be this one will be 180 minus 180 minus 126, and this will be equal to 180 minus 126 is equal to 54. So this angle is 54. This implies this angle will also be 54. If this is 54, so B is also 54. So B angle is 54. We got this. Now C angle is required. We know that these four angles are adding up to 360. So we can write 360 minus 126 plus 54 plus 63, and this will give us the value of C. And we can calculate this 360 minus in brackets 126 plus 54 plus 63 and bracket close, and this will be 117. So our angle C is 117 degrees. 117 degrees. Hopefully you understood this part also. Now B part, again the diagram which is not to scale, and points R and S lie on a circle with diameter PQ. PQ is diameter, so it's passing through the center. RQ is parallel to PS. RQ is parallel to PS. This symbol of parallel arrows are also provided. Angle RPQ is equal to 58. This one is 58. Find the value of X, giving a geometrical reason for each stage of your working. So what we can do, we can figure out, this is the triangle. This is basically the triangle in a circle. So this will be 90-degree. And what we can do, we can, otherwise we can directly draw, instead of going to this route, I will join this S with this one. So after joining this, we can say that this is 90-degree. This one is 90-degree, and so we can write over here angle PSQ is equal to 90-degree, which is right angle. Okay, so we can write here at the proper place angle PSQ is equal to 90-degree, and the reason is what? Angle in a semicircle. So, or triangle in a semicircle. Angle in a semicircle is 90-degree. This will be the reason. Then we can say uh, this is 58. So this remaining angle will be what? This will be 32. This is 32 and this is 90-degree. So we can write RQP is equal to 30-degree. Angle RPQ is equal to 32 degrees, and we can write it as uh, interior angles add up to 180-degree. Interior angles of triangle add up to 180 degrees. And then third thing, we can say X is also 32 degrees because they are alternating angles. So angle X is equal to 32 degrees, and the reason will be alternating angles. So this will be equal to 32 degrees. This is done. Then we can move to C part. C part again is drawing which is not to scale, and points A, B, C lie on a circle center O, and angle AOC is 142 which is given. Find the value of Y. Value of Y we have to find, so easily we can understand like this one. We can add this working, and this will be angle subtended to the up to the this one circumference, so A, and we can take this point D, so ADC will be half of 142, so we can write angle ADC is equal to 142 divided by 2, which is equal to 71 degrees. So this will be angle Y will be equal to 180 minus 71 degrees, and this will be equal to 180 minus 71 is equal to 109. So 109 degrees, so our answer will be 109 degrees. Hopefully you understood this. So next part, we can move to this next part, which is question number 4. Question number 4: a shop gives each of 1000 people a voucher. 28 people use this voucher. So the shop gives each of 16,500 people a voucher. So calculate how many of these 16,500 people are expected to use this voucher. So this one, 28 out of 1000 are using, so 28 out of 1000, and we'll have to check for this one 16,500, so multiply by 16,500, and this will be 28 divided by 1000, and this will be multiplied by 16,500, and this is equal to 462 people. So 462, it's 1 mark question, easy, straightforward. B part: in a class activity, all the 15 students wear hats. 7 students wear red hats, 6 students wear green hats, and 2 students wear white hats. So one of these students is picked at random, and find the probability that this student wears a red hat. How many are red hat wearing? So 7 students are wearing red hats. So 7 out of total, which is 15. So 7 by 15 will be the probability. This is done. This is also 1 mark question. Then question number, same question, part 2. 2 of the 15 students are picked at random. Show that the probability that these 2 students wear hats of the same color is 37 over 105. So same color can be red or green or white. So these are the options which the students can have. So for red, it will be 7 out of 7 out of 15 for the first student, and for the second student will be one less, 6 out of 14. So this will be for red. Similarly for green, because green are 6, so it will be 6 out of 15, and for the second one it will be 5 out of 14, and for white, because white are only 2, so it will be 2 out of 15 multiplied by 1, remaining will be 1 is gone, so 1 out of 14. So these will be the probabilities which we will add, and this should give us our answer. And if we calculate these probabilities, I will be writing over here after calculation. So it is 7 over 15 and multiply by 6 over 14, and this is equal to 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 plus the second one is what? Second one is 6 out of 15, and this is multiplied by 5 out of 14, and this is equal to 1 by 7, and plus the third one is 2 out of 15 multiplied by 1 out of 14, and this is equal to 1 over 105, 1 over 105, and we have to add all these probabilities. 1 over 5 plus 1 over 7 and plus 1 over 105 is equal to 37 over 105, which was the required answer. 37 over 105. This is what we were supposed to prove, which we have done. Now here is the third part. This is a little tricky one, so let us go try to cover this. There are 3 of the 15 students are picked at random. Find the probability that at least 2 of these 3 students wear red hats. So at least two, it can be 2 or more than 2, and wearing red hat. So what can be the options? It can be red and green, and red and white, and red and red. So in this one there can be 3 shufflings, like it can be red, green and red, and it can be green, red also, but probability will be same. So I'm writing this one, and we will multiply its probability by 3. So this will be 7 over 15 into 6 over 14. 6 over 14 multiplied by 6, green will be 6 over, total will be 1 less, so 13. Plus similarly this will be having 3 shufflings, so this will also be multiplied by 3. It will be 3 shufflings will be R R W and R W R, or it can be W R R. So these will be the 3 shufflings which we have included. Hopefully you understood this. So 3 multiplied by 7 over 15 into, next will also be red, so 6 over 14 multiplied by white, which is 2 over 13. This is done. Then red, this is only one possibility, so 7 over 15 into 6 over 14 into 5 over 13, this one. And we will be simplifying this. For its simplification, it will be 3 into 7 over 15, and this will be okay. So what I will do, I will solve this separately. 7 over 15, and this will be multiplied by 6 over 14, and this will be multiplied by 6 over 13, and bracket close, and this will be equal to 6 over 65. So 3 over 6 over 65, and plus this will be 3 into, this will be 7 over 15, and multiplied by 6 over 14, 6 over 14, and 2 over 13, and we are doing mistake. So this one will be 6 over 14, and next will be multiplied by 2 over 13. 2 over 13 is this one, and this is equal to 2 over 65, and last one will be 7 over 15 multiplied by 6 over 14, 6 over 14, and last one will be 5 over 13, and this will be equal to 1 over 13. So 1 over 13. Now we have to just simplify this last step, and this will be 3 into 6 over 65, and bracket will be closed, plus 3 into 2 over 65 again, and plus 1 over 13, and this is equal to 29 over 65. This will be our answer, which we can provide over here. This is a 4-mark question which we are done. Now question number 5. Question number 5 says diagram is not to scale. Calculate angle ADB. Angle ADB is which angle? This one. This angle is basically required. So we have this side, we have this side, we have this side. So we can use cosine rule easily, so we can write this one. 4.4 squared will be equal to one side square 8.6 squared plus 9.7 squared minus 2 into one side which is 8.6 and the second side which is 9.7, and cos of A, D and AD and B. So ADB, and now we can shift these to other side, so we can write 4 point, what we can do, 4.4 squared is minus 8.6 squared and minus 9.7 squared. We are shifting this to this side and also this to other side, and after this one we can divide this by this one, minus 2 into 8.6 into 9.7, and this will be equal to cos of ADB. So we can shift cos also, so angle ADB will be equal to cos inverse of this one, and we can directly calculate cos inverse of this fraction is 4.4 squared minus 8.6 squared and minus 9.7 squared, and this will be divided by minus 2 into 8.6 into 9.7, and bracket we need to close, and this will be equal to 26.97. So this is equal to 26.97, which is approximately equal to 27 degrees. So our answer will be 27 degrees. Hopefully you understood this. Then the second part, B part, is calculate DC, and DC is this side which we have to calculate. So we can find the third angle, and or what we can find this third angle, and third angle is 180 minus 65 plus 42, and this will be equal to what? We can find this one. So 180 minus in bracket 65 plus 42 bracket close is equal to 73. So 70, this angle is 73 degrees. So angle BCD is equal to, we can write here angle, I'll change the color. So angle BCD is equal to 73 degrees, which we have calculated over here, and they are asking for DC. So DC we can calculate DC over this by sine rule. We can calculate basically DC is 9.7 over sine 73. 9.7 over sine of 73 is equal to DC over sine of 65. So we will write 9.7. This will be 9.7 over sine of 73 degrees is equal to DC over sine of 65 degrees. This implies DC is equal to 9.7 multiplied by sine of 65 degrees and divided by sine of 73 degrees, and we can calculate this. This will be fraction 9.7 multiplied by sine of 65 degrees divided by sine of 73 degrees is equal to 9.19. So this is equal to 9.19 and approximately equal to basically we can write 9.19 centimeters. This will be our answer. Now calculate the shortest distance. Calculate the shortest distance from C to BD. From C to BD, we have to calculate the shortest distance. For that one, we can draw straight line. Like for example, over here, we can draw a line like this one. We can draw a line over here. This will be the shortest distance, mean this will be 90-degree angle. This side will be 90-degree and this side is also 90-degree. Now we have to find BD, distance, shortest distance from C to BD. C to BD. So this side is basically required. So we got this one, which is DC, which is 9.19. 9.19. So this side is 9.19. Now we can consider this triangle, and in this triangle we have this side, we have this angle, so we can write this is opposite. So opposite over hypotenuse will be opposite over hypotenuse will be what? We can take this point as M. So this point we have taken as M. So CM over CD. CM over CD will be equal to sine of 42 degrees. So this will be sine of 42 degrees, and cm over cd, we have cm over 9.19, which we just found over here, which is equal to sine of 42 degrees. This implies cm is equal to 9.19 sine of 42 degrees, and we can calculate this. This will be 9.19 multiplied by sine of 42 degrees, and this will be equal to 6.149. 6.149 and approximately equal to 6.15. So 6.15 centimeters will be answer to this part. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 6. This graph is provided. Quadratic curve is also given. The grid shows the graph of y is equal to a plus bx. A plus bx is provided. The graph passes through the points with the coordinates 0, 4 and 1, 1, and find the value of a and b. So these points we can use these points, like for example if we use 0, 4, so 0, 4 point if we'll use, we can write it as, in this equation we'll be replacing. So y is equal to, it means 4 is equal to a plus b into 0 square. So this implies a is equal to 4. This implies a is equal to 4, this one. And now we can use the second point. If we use 1, 1 point, and in the same equation if we write y is equal to a, which is a plus b, we will get a plus b because y value is 1 and x value is also 1, so this will be a plus b is equal to 1. So we will be replacing a is equal to 4, so it will be equal to this one. This implies b is equal to minus 3, so b is equal to minus 3. We got these two values which we can write over here. This will be 4, this will be minus 3. Then this part is done. Write down the equation of the tangent to the graph at 0 and 4. So 0 and 4 will be which point? 0 and 4 is basically this point, 0 and 4. X is 0 and y is equal to 4. If we draw the tangent at this point tangent will be straight line passing like this one. So it will be y is equal to 4 line. So y is equal to 4. This will be equation answer for this part, which is y is equal to 4. This will be our answer. Then part 3, the equation of tangent to the graph at y is equal to -1 is this one, and find the equation of the tangent to the graph at x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 and tangent to the equation, so it will be what? It will be having negative gradient. So at -1 we will check. At -1 this will be the gradient at -1 will be like this one. Will the gradient at it will be at -1. So at 1 it will be having gradient like this one. So it will be minus, gradient will be negative, but y-intercept will be same. So we can write equation as what? Y is equal to -6x plus 7. So this will be the equation. The equation of the tangent to the graph at x is equal to -1 is this one. So the equation of the tangent to the graph at x is equal to 1 will be this one. Now the table shows, next part B, the table shows some values for y is equal to 1 plus 5 over 3 minus 2, and the range is this one, and table of values they have provided, and we have to find these three remaining values of y. So I will type this equation: 1 plus 5 over 3 minus x with alpha sign, this one. And now we will be calculating, we will check. Calculate for -2, answer should be 2. So calculate for -2 and answer is 2. Yeah. So for minus, calculate for -1.5 and we are getting 2.11. Now calculate for x is equal to -1, we are getting as 2.25. So we can write here as 2.25 will be our value. Now we can check for 0. Now calculate for x is equal to 0, and this is giving us 2.66 or 2.67. So 2.67. Now next is for 1. So calculate for x is equal to 1 is giving us 3.5. So we can write here 3.5. These are the values which we have calculated, and table is completed, which is for 3 marks and which is done. Now next part is saying on the grid draw the graph of this one. So these values which we found in this table, those we have to indicate on the graph. And the first value is -2 and 2, -2 and 2 we will be indicating on the curve, -2 and 2. So I will erase this one. So -2 and -2 is this point which we have drawn, and next point if we want to check is -1.5 and 2.11. -1.5 and 2.11 will be over here. -1.5 and 2.11 will be over here, which we have drawn. And third point is what? Third point is -1 and 2.25. -1 and 2.25. So 2.25 will be over here. Then we can go for 0.5 and 2.43. 0.5 minus 0.5 and 2.43. So 2.43 will be closer to this one. And then comes next point is 0 and 2.67. 0 and 2.67 will be around this point. And next is 0.5 and 3, so 0.5 and 3 will be 0.5 and 3, so 0.5 will be this line, so 0.5 and 3 will be over here, and next is 1 and 3.5, 1 and 3.5, so 3.5 is this one, and the last point is 1.5 and 4.3, 1.5 and 4.3 will be what? 4.3 will be around 4.3 will be around here. So after this one, we'll have to draw the curve, and if we draw a smoother curve like this one, hopefully we'll be able to draw a smoother graph like this one. Now after drawing this one, they are saying write on the values of x where the two graphs intersect. So those two values we have to write. How we can check those two values from this curve? We can check for that one. So it will be um, this one. We can check for this is minus 0.75, and this side will be uh, over over here will be 0.6 will be on this side. So we can write these two values of x over here. One is minus 0.75 and 0.6. This will be our answer to mark question. The answer to part C, one are two solutions of the cubic equation in terms of x. Find this equation in terms of this one where a, b, c and d are integers. So for this question, basically I have done a little working which I will show you also. So we know y is equal to a plus b x squared, and a value is 4 4 and b value is minus 3. If we replace the values, we will get a x y is equal to 4 plus minus 3x squared, and this implies y is equal to what? Y is equal to 4 minus 3x squared. And the second equation which we have is this one, y is equal to 1 plus 5 over 3 minus x. So what we will do, we can equate them. So we can write 1 plus 5 over 3 minus x, which is this one, is equal to 4 minus 3x squared. And now we have to cross multiply, and we can take basically we can multiply everything by 3 minus x, so it will be 3 minus x and plus 5, and other side will be 12. We are multiplying this with this one, so 12 and minus 4x minus 9 minus 4x minus 9x squared and plus 3x cubed. So how we got this? I will explain like this one. So 3 minus x will be multiplied by 4 minus 3x squared. So this multiplied by this will be 12. Then this multiplied by this will be 9x squared minus 9x squared. Then this multiplied by this will be minus 4x, and this multiplied by this will be plus 3x squared. And these are the terms which I have written over here. Hopefully you understood this. I am raising the extra working. Now we can rearrange them. We can write 3x cubed and minus 9x squared and minus 4x and plus 12, and we will shift these terms also to the other side of equality, and it will be plus x minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. So our final equation will be 3x. This should be cubed basically, this one. So 3x cubed minus 9x squared, and this one and this one will be simplifying to minus 3x, and plus will be so 12 minus 7 will be what? 4. 8 basically. 12 minus 8 will be 4, so plus 4 is equal to 0, and this will be our equation. 3x cubed minus 9x squared minus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. So I have checked this one. If you plot the graph, if you use the net and plot the graph, I'm showing this graph a little bigger size, and if you plot this graph, I'll move a little above so you can see properly over here. If you plot this one, and this is like a computer website, you can go, you can search any website and try to plot this curve. You will get 3x square. If you are changing a b c d values, you will get this type of curve, which is having the same points which we are using. So equation is also same. Y is equal to 3x cubed minus 9x squared minus 3x plus 4. So this is like testing your equation. For practice, you can go through that website, any website. Also there's a lot of websites which are providing cubic curve graphs, so we can go through those videos as well. Question number 7. The box and whisker plot shows information about the marks scored by some students in a test. Box, these are the detail of the marks. Number part 1, write down the median mark. So median will be this one, middle line, so it will be 70. So we can write answer as 70 over here. Work out the range. So range will be maximum minus minimum. So maximum is this much, which is 90, and the minimum is over here, and that one we can take as like 12. So we can write 90 minus 12, and this will be equal to 90 minus 12 is equal to 78. So we can write answer as 78. Hopefully you are getting. Then Joyce scored a mark in the test that was higher than the marks scored by 75% of the students. Write down a possible mark for Joyce. So 75% of this one, they have scored better than this. So it means that they are scoring more than this. This is 70 fifth percentile. This one is upper quartile, which is 75th percentile. This is 75 percentile. So this is 88. Number is 88. So it will be more than 88, and more than 88 can be what? This is basically 80. 2 4 6 86 basically, not 88. This is 86. So more than 86 will be 87, 88, 89, and 90. So these can be the numbers. So write on a possible mark for Jess. So we can write like 88 can be the answer. So next is Part 4. This box and whisker plot shows information about the marks scored by the same students in a second test. So this is the median. So this one is median, and this is interquartile range, and this one is range. Make one comparison between the distribution of marks in the two tests. So we can see that most of the students are their number one thing which we can compare is range is lesser. Range is lesser mean this one. So marks are closer to each other, like varying from 30 to 98, something like that. And in this one, marks are varying from 12 to 90. So variation is more in case of this one. So in this test, which is second test, so we can write in second test, variation of marks is less. We can write this one, or what else we can write? We can write that interquartile range is, so we can write like most of the students are scoring in between 60 and 70, or whatever I have mentioned is in second test variation of marks is less. Then we can write here uh, then in test 1. Now B part is saying the table shows information about the height h centimeter of each of 50 plants. These are the heights, this is the frequency, so ranges are provided and the frequency is also provided over here. Calculate the estimate of the mean. For mean estimate, we will be checking the mid of the range, and mid of the range is what? This will be 20 and 0 will mid will be 10. This will be 25 and this one will be 32 and this will be 37 and this one will be 50. So how we are finding? We will be adding, like for example for the last one I'll show. So it will be 40 plus 60, which is equal to 100, and divided by 2, this will be equal to 50. This is how we have we found the mid of the range. Now mean, we know formula for mean is what? Formula is mean is equal to sigma fx divided by sigma f. So this is the formula which we will be applying, and we can write down sigma fx means what? 10 multiplied by 4, so it will be 10 multiplied by 4 plus 25 multiplied by 9 plus 32 multiplied by 20 plus 37 multiplied by 15 plus 50 multiplied by 2 and whole divided by the number of students, which is number of plants, which is 50. So now we can calculate this, and this will be equal to 40 plus 25 into 9 is 25 multiplied by 9 is 225, and plus this will be 32 multiplied by 20. 32 multiplied by 20 is equal to 640, and then next is 37 multiplied by 15. 37 multiplied by 15 is equal to 555. So 555 plus last one is 100, so this will be divided by 50, and we can find this by calculator. So this will be fraction 40 plus 225 plus 640 plus 555 plus 180, no, not 180, 100 and divided by 50 will be equal to 31.2. So this is equal to 31.2. This one I will write properly. This is 100. Okay, so 31.2 will be in centimeters. This will be our final answer. Now part C is saying some apples are weighed and the mass m grams of each apple is recorded. The table shows the results, mass and frequency. These are the ranges and these are the frequencies, and this is x value. The histogram shows some of the information from the table. These are the frequency densities, and this side is mass in grams. Work out the value of x. So how we can work out value of x? This is like, if we check the height, this is 6.5, this will be 6.5, and this one can be 7 point, not 6.5, this will be 7 basically. So this in between 6 and 8 is 7, so this will be 7.6. So this is 7.6, and um, this width is what? Width is from 110 to 115. So 110, 115 minus 110, 115 minus 110 will be equal to 5. So width is 5 and 7.6. So 7.6 multiply by 5 is equal to 38. So this number will be 38. So we can show this number as 38 over here. This will be our answer. Then complete the histogram. Now we have to complete the histogram also, and for the first one, this number is 50 and height is up to 5. This is 5. So, and this width is how much? Width is 10. So 10 multiplied by 5, 10 multiplied by height will be 50. So we can write here this will be 50, and we have to complete the rest. So first two columns we are done, and the next is 44. For 44, range is 115 to 125. So 115 to 125 will be up to this one, and this will be 10, and so 10 we have to 44. So 44 44 divided by 10 will be 4.4. So 4.4 will be up to this point. So we can draw 4.4, and if we draw, column will be up to this one. So this is 44, and this will be 4.4 will be height, and now the last one is 51. So 51, and range is 125 to 140. So 125 to 140, this much will be 140 minus 125, which will be equal to 140 minus 125 is equal to 15. So this side is 15. So we can write 51 divided by 51 divided by 15 will be equal to 51 divided by 15 is equal to 3.4. So 3.4 we can draw from here. 3.4 will be up to this line, so we can draw this line over here and up to this line, and this is our final answer. This is 51, this is 51, and this height is 3.4, which we calculated. This is 3.4. We have basically calculated also. So next is what? Next we can complete the histogram, which we have done. Question number 8. Question number 8 says diagram is again not to scale, and the diagram shows a sector OXY of the circle with a center O, and radius is 9.5. So this side is 9.5. This side will also be 9.5 centimeters. And then they are saying the sector angle is 53. Sector angle is 53, and this is 53 already provided. A lies on OX, B lies on OY, and AOA is equal to OB. So we can take this one OA as A, and this side will also be A up to this one. So show that the area of the sector is this much up to one decimal place. So area of the area of the sector we can take, we know the formula for area of sector is what? Theta over 360 into pi r squared. This will be area of sector, and this is the formula for area of sector. We can apply this formula, and theta is what? Theta is 53, so 53 over 360, this will be equal to area, and multiply by pi r squared, and r is 9.5, so 9.5 squared is equal to, we can calculate 53 over 360 multiply by pi, and this is pi, and r square means 9.5 squared, and this is equal to 41.74, 41.74, and up to one decimal place we have to provide answer, so we will write approximately 41.7. so this will be our answer for this one, centimeter square, because this is area, so it will be centimeter square, which we needed to prove. It's the same which we got. The area of triangle OAB is 1 by 3 of area of sector OXY. Calculate OA. We have to calculate OA. So we can write down area of triangle. Area of triangle OAB is what? 1 by 2 into AB sine C, half AB sine C. So we can take side as A. So we will write 1 by 2 into AB, both sides are A, and sine C, which is sine of 53, and this uh, um, is equal to 1 by 3 of the sector area. So 1 by 3 of sector area, which we just found over here, is 41.7. So this will be our equation. Now we can find this can be written, a into a will be a square, rest of everything we can shift to other side, so it will be 2 by 3 and 41.7 over sine of 53 degrees, and this will be equal to, we can calculate this will be 2 into 41.7 over, this will be 3 sine of 53 degrees, and this will be equal to 34 34.80, 34.80, but we need to find a, which will be under root of 34.80, which will be equal to, we can take under root of answer is equal to 5.899, 5.8999. So we can write approximately equal to 5.90. So we can write like this one, 5.90 centimeters. This will be our answer for this part. Now B part, diagram is again not to scale, and sector is provided. This side is radius is 24. The diagram shows a sector OPQ of circle with center O, and radius is 24 centimeters. The sector angle is 60. The cone is made from this sector by joining OP to OQ, and this cone is shown over here, and this is again not to scale. Calculate the volume of the cone. The volume formula they have provided, so we will, what we will do, we will draw this one. We will find the perpendicular height, because h is required, perpendicular height is required. So this one we can calculate over here. This side is 24, so PQ, we can find length, which is PQ. So PQ will be equal to 6. Formula for length is what? Formula for length is equal to theta over 360 into 2 pi r. So this will be the formula which we'll be using. So it will be 60 over 360 into 2 pi into radius is 24, and this will be equal to, we can find 60 over 360, and this will be multiplied by 2 into pi into radius, which is 24, and this will be equal to 8 pi, so we can write it as 8 pi. So length will be, this is 8 pi. So this one is done. Then calculate the volume of the cone. So we calculated 8 pi, and 8 pi is drawing this one. This perimeter is 8 pi. So we have this perimeter which is equal to 8 pi. So we will write 2 pi r is equal to 8 pi. So r will be equal to, pi will be cancelled, so r will be equal to 8 by 2, which is equal to 4, and this will be radius, which is 4 over here. This side is 4 and this side is 24. Now we can find, by Pythagoras theorem, we can find the height, which is h. So 24 squared, by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square, which is 24 square, is equal to 4 square plus h square. So this implies h square is equal to 24 squared minus 4 squared, and we can take under root, and this will be value of h, and we can calculate this one, which is square root of 24 squared minus 4 squared, and this will be equal to 4 and under root 35. And volume of, now we can apply volume formula, this one which is provided, v is equal to, 1 by 3 pi r squared, and which is 4 squared, and into h, which is 4 under root 35, and this will give us the answer. We can write 1 over 3 into pi, which is this one, and multiply by 4 squared, and multiply by 4 root of 35, and this is equal to 396.49, 396.49, and we can write it as 396.5. This will be our answer over here, which we can write 396.5. This will be our centimeter cube, will be our answer. Question number 9. A part factorize. We have to take maximum common, so we can make pairs from this pair and this pair. We can separately, we can take 5a common from first pair, so it will be m plus 2p, and minus, we can take minus b common from the second pair, so it will be m plus 2p, and this will be, now we can take we can write m plus 2p, and the remaining will be 5a minus b. This will be our final answer, m plus 2p and 5a minus b. This will be final answer. Now the second part is 15k plus g square minus this. So in this one we can take common, this portion is common, k plus g. So k plus g we can take common, plus 5 also we can take common. So inside will be what? Inside we can write 3 into k plus g, and what else? This will be minus 5 is gone, so 5 fours are 20, so this will be the remaining portion, and we can change its setting. We can write it as, so this one in bracket, this will be 3k plus 3g minus 4, and this will be our final answer. We can provide over here 3k plus 3g minus 4. This is 2 mark question. Now this one also we have to factorize. We can apply formula over here, which is a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. This will be the formula which we will be applying over here, and we can write it as 2x squared minus y square whole squared. So this is a square minus b square. It will be 2x plus y square and 2x minus y squared, and this will be the final answer which we will be providing over here. 2x plus y squared into 2x minus y squared. It's 2 marks, very easy question which we are done with. Now expand and simplify. This one we can expand and simplify. First we will be multiplying these two terms. We can first multiply and we will get x into x will be x squared, then x into 1 will be plus x, then minus 3 into x will be minus 3x, and minus 3 into 1 will be minus 3, and this last uh, term will be as it is. Now we can rewrite this as x square and simplify these two. It will be minus 2x minus 3, and then we can multiply these two terms also. So x square multiplied by 3x will be 3x cubed, and x square multiplied by minus 4 will be minus 4x squared. Then minus 2x multiplied by 3x will be minus 6x squared, and minus 2x multiplied by minus 4 will be plus 8x. Then minus 3 multiplied by 3x will be minus 9x, and minus 3 multiplied by minus 4 will be plus 12. And now we can add the like terms. 3x cubed minus 10, 4 and 6 will be 10, so 10x squared, and this will be minus x and plus 12. This will be our final answer. 3 marks question. If you know algebra, then this is very easy, and algebra you have to practice a lot because IGCSE is having like around 30% uh, portion from algebra, and even other chapters are also involving algebra portions. Find the value of a and the value of b. We have to find value of a and b. For this one um, we can open this left hand side, so we can take left hand side is equal to, we will open this one, x plus a. We can write x plus a into x plus a and multiply. This will be x squared plus ax plus a squared, which is equal to x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. Now we can compare this with this one, and we can write 2a is equal to 22. 2a, this one is equal to 22. So this implies a is equal to 22 over 2, which is equal to 11. So a value is 11, and b value we can compare b value as a square is b value. So b is equal to a square, which is equal to 11 squared, which is equal to 11 squared means what? 11 squared means 121. So we can write 121. So b value will be 121. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 10. A box is a cuboid with length this one, width this one, and height is also provided. The box is completely filled with this much kilogram of sand. Calculate the density of this sand in kilogram per meter cube. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. So what we can do, we can divide this mass 90 point. First of all, we have to calculate the volume, and volume we can calculate 45 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 42, but keep in mind these are centimeters and we have to change into meters because we need answer in kilogram per meter cube. So each one will be divided by 100 to change to meters. So this will be the volume, and which we can calculate 45 over 100, and this will be multiplied by 30 over 100, and this will be multiplied by 42 over 100, and this will be equal to what? 0.0567. 0.0567. So this will be our volume which we have calculated, and this volume we will be using mass per volume. So mass divided by volume will be the density. So mass over volume will be 0.0567, and this will be density. So 90 divided by answer is equal to 1587.3. 1587.3. So kilogram we can round it to 1600. So 1600. Write it as 1600. Then a bag contains this much centimeter cube of sand. Some of this sand is used to completely fill a hole in a shape of cylinder. The hole is 30 centimeter deep and has radius of 10 centimeter. Calculate the percentage of the sand from the bag that is used. So volume of cylinder, we can check. Volume of cylinder will be equal to what? Pi r squared into h. Pi r squared into h, and this will be equal to pi, and radius is what? Radius is 10. So 10 pi r squared into h. Height is 30. So this will be 30, and this will be equal to what? This will be equal to uh, 3000 pi. 3000 pi, and this will be divided by, so percentage, so divided by 15000 into 100, and this will give us the percentage, which is the calculate the percentage of sand that the bag that is used. So this will be calculated, so we can write it as fraction 3000, and this will be pi, and divided by 15000, and this will be multiplied by 100, and this is equal to 20 pi, which means 62.8. So 62.8%, 62.8% is already there. So sand costs 98.90 per ton. This cost includes a tax of 15%. Calculate the amount of tax paid per ton of the sand. So we will calculate 15% of 15% of what? 98.90. 15% of 98.90, and this will be equal to what? 15% of 98.90 is equal to 14.835. 14.835. This will be per ton tax. So 14 point, we can write 84, so approximately equal to 14.84. This will be our answer. Then Raj buy some sand for this much rupees. Calculate the cost in dollars when exchange rate is also provided. So this one is from higher currency to lower currency, basically lower currency to higher currency. Rupees are being converted to dollars. So 3540 will be divided by 70.8, and this will be equal to 3540 and divided by 70.8. 70.8, and this is equal to 50. So $50 will be our answer. Hopefully you understood this question well. Question number 11. Gaia spent $48 to buy books that cost X each. Write down the expression in terms of X for number of books Gaia buys. So this will be 48 books, so number of books will be equal to 48 over x, so this will be 48 over x. Then next B part is Myra spent $60 to buy books that cost this much, x plus $2 each. Gaia buys 4 more books than Myra, so show that. You have to show this equation also, and our our equation will be what? $60 spent for these books, so this will be divided by x plus 2, and 4 more books than Myra, and Myra is buying this one 48 over x. So this will be our equation which we can solve it, and this will be what we will be we can take LCM from this side, so it will be x plus 2, this will be 60 plus 4 will be multiplied by x plus 2, and we will get 4x plus 8, and this will be equal to 48 over x, and this one will be further simplification, it will be 68 plus 4x over x plus 2, which is equal to 48 over x, and now we can cross multiply and we can solve on this side, so it will be 68x plus 4x squared, and this will be equal to 48x plus 48 into 2, 48 multiplied by 2 will be equal to 96, so this will be 96, and now we can further simplify 4x squared and plus 68x minus 48x minus 96 is equal to 0, and this one we can add like terms, so 4x squared, and this will be plus 68 minus 48 will be 20, so 20x minus 96 is equal to 0. We can divide everything by 4, and this will be cancelled, and this will be cancelled, and 4, and this will be cancelled, and this will be 4 2s are 8, 4 4s are 16, so final equation will be x squared plus 5x minus 24 is equal to 0, and this is the equation which we were supposed to uh, reach at. And then we have to factorize this equation. We can use calculator, so it will be mod 5 3, and this is coefficient of x square is 1, coefficient of x is 5, and constant is minus 24, so this will be 3 and minus 8, so 3 and minus 8 will be changing sign and we'll be using x, so what we can do, we can do x minus 3 and x plus 8 is equal to 0, and we can write intermediate step x multiply by this one x plus 8, and minus 3 into x plus 8 is equal to 0. Now we can write x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 8 is equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 8. So 3 or minus 8, this will be our answer for this part. Then find the number of books Myra buys. So for Myra, we have written it 60 over x plus 2, and 60 over x plus 2 is what? 60 over this will be 3 because positive number is 3, so 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5, so this will be 12, so answer will be 12 over here. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 12, find the gradient of the curve. So curve is provided over here at x is equal to minus 2, so we can find dy over dx is equal to, we can take derivative of this one, which will be 6x and minus 7, so dy by dx at x is equal to, at x is equal to minus 2 will be equal to 6 into minus 2, 6 into minus 2 minus 7, so it will be this will be basically 6x square. We missed square over here, so this will be square. So we can calculate this. This will be 6 into minus 2 whole square, and this will be minus 7 is equal to 17. So this will be 17. Now A is the point. A is the point 7, 2, and B is the point minus 5 and 8. Calculate the length of AB. So AB length will be equal to, we can apply length formula, x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1. So x2 minus x1, so minus 5 minus 7 square plus y2 minus y1 means 8 minus 2 whole square, and this will be equal to minus 12 squared and plus this will be 6 squared under root, and this will be equal to under root of minus 12, and this will be squared, and next is plus 6 squared, and this is equal to 13.41. 13.41. So we can write answers as 13.4 centimeters basically. So next is find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to AB and passes through the point this one. Give your answer in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So we can find the passing through AB. So these are 2 points A and B. So we can find gradient by using these 2 points 7, 2 and minus 5 and 8. 7, 7, 2 and minus 5 and 8. These are the points. So we can write the gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is equal to 8 minus 2 over minus 5 and minus 7, which is equal to 6 over minus 12, which is equal to minus 1 by 2. And the gradient of the perpendicular will be what? Gradient reciprocal and change sign, so it will be 2. Now we can write this is the point and this is the gradient which we will be using, and we know y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is the formula which we'll be using. So y minus y1 will be 3 is equal to m is 2 into x minus x1 will be minus 1, and this will be y minus 3 is equal to 2x, and this will be plus 2, and this will be y is equal to 2x plus 2 plus 3 will be 5. So our equation will be y is equal to 2x plus 5. This will be our final equation which was required. Now this is part 3. AB is one of the side of parallelogram of ABCD, and BC is equal to this one where A is greater than 0, B is greater than 0. The gradient of BC is 1 and BC mod is equal to 8. Find the coordinates of D. So what we will do, we can find first BC. BC mod will be what? We can write from this one, we can write BC mod will be equal to minus A squared and plus minus B squared under root. This will be mod, and this will be equal to A squared plus B squared under root, and this is equal to, basically it is given equal to 8, so we can write root of 8. So this implies what? A squared plus B squared is equal to 8. So one thing we found is this one. Now we can write it as basically A square plus B square is equal to 8. So we can draw coordinate axis. Basically I can explain in this way, like this one is our coordinate axis. So we can take minus A and minus B value as A and B value as minus 2, and so if we take like this one is center which is having 0 0 coordinate, and gradient is 1, so we can take like 1 minus 1 over here, and we can take minus 2 over here, and this will be like minus 1, and this is like minus 2. And now we know that this will be gradient will be minus is 1 basically, so it will be over here. We can draw this one, and we can just readjust this one. Basically we can readjust this line over here, and this will be minus 2, and this one will be minus 1, and we can take this as this side is minus 2, and this side is also minus 2, so it is basically this will be by Pythagoras theorem, this will be under root 8. So the value which is this one under root 8, we are utilizing this one minus 2 and minus 2. So this will be one side of the parallelogram. We can take this as C, and this will be our B point. B point will be having coordinates. The coordinates of the B point will be what? Will be minus 2, and minus 2 will be coordinates of B. Now we can write, we need the coordinates of D. We can extend this, so this will be 3 and 4, and we can write basically the parallelogram we can draw over here. First we'll have to extend this line up to this one, and then we can draw parallelogram like this, and this will be minus 3 minus 4, and this will be our A point, and this one will be our D point will be this one, and this D point will be having coordinates minus 2 and 0, and this A point will be having coordinates minus 4 and minus 2. So this is also having same slope, which is AD is having same slope as 1, so we can check the slope also, like m is equal to minus 2 over minus 2, which is equal to 1, which is by the condition of the question. So D point is having coordinates minus 2 and 0. This will be our answer for this part, and this will be our parallelogram, and we can just highlight for your understanding. This is our parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. This side is parallel to this one, and this side is parallel to this one. So this is done. We are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and I'm sure you'd be looking for more videos, similar videos. So for that one you will have to subscribe the channel. Also recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows. Introduce this channel to your respected teachers as well. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.